Hey, good evening. It's Thursday, September 16th. And as the day draws to a close today, we're continuing to look at the importance of reconciling our bodies with serving God and finding peace in God. Because Proverbs clearly teach us that if we fear the Lord, turn away from evil, and in everything we do desire his presence, as chapter 3 encourages us to do, this will bring a healing, good thing to our bodies. And yet as we look around our culture today, our bodies are a wreck. Even the people who are given to exercise and doing everything excellently, there's still constant stress about the body. And a person who's in magnificent, quote unquote, physical condition can be totally brought to their knees by stress. Or we see the ravages of anger. Or we see the ravages of sorrow, which we'll talk about in an upcoming video. But one of the traps that's there is doing everything in the presence of God so we can desire his presence and enjoy him. Because God, in fact, made all things so that we can enjoy them. But if my purpose of pleasure is strictly so that it terminates on me, then everything becomes out of whack and murky. And that which was beautiful and good can become destructive. A love of music, if it's only for my own personal pleasure, it makes me self-centered. A love of physical exercise, if it's just for me, I become self-centered. I can enjoy the beauty of outdoors. I can enjoy so many good things, but if it's terminated on me and my pleasure is the main thing that's there, then what is designed to bring good and to bring joy and to bring completeness and wholeness becomes inward. And again, I begin to be consumed. One example of that is sex. God intended sex to be pleasurable, but not in the context of only pursuing personal pleasure. See, our culture has become consumed with the idea that sex is pleasurable, therefore, I need to be able to pursue sex in any way that I want, any kind of sexual activity, because my personal pleasure is the ultimate goal. But you see, sex was not designed for your personal pleasure. Sex is designed as a gift to give to someone that honors Christ, that honors God. When it's given in that context, the beauty of it is unfathomable, and there's security in it. But in our culture, people who pursue sex for their primary pleasurable reasons, and not for the joy of giving the mercies of God to someone, sex becomes a point of tension. And we're not liberated. And all we can do is look for more and more ways to find more and more pleasure. And that doesn't matter whether it's sex or whatever it is. You talk about someone who is pursuing golf. There's always that next level, that lower score that eludes. And so I'm not really satisfied till I get there. And you can do that with anything, gardening, whatever. There's a better garden to be had. There's a better song to write or enjoy. But if I pursue pleasure to bring honor to God and to bless the person that I'm engaged with, then I find true relaxation. I find true satisfaction, that I don't need more and more. And so in the area of sex and sexual activity, we think that unrestrained sex, culturally telling us, unrestrained sex gives you the most pleasure. But no, it brings the most tyranny. The more I pursue pleasure for my personal gain, the more tyranny follows, because then I become ruled by the thing that I seek pleasure from. And that's just the opposite of what God intended. God intended us to pursue pleasure, to bring honor to Him, to delight in with other people, and to give a gift to people. Doesn't mean I can't sit down and enjoy a book or find something pleasurable to do that, or find some activity that brings me pleasure. But it's got to be in the context of how does this make me better equipped to serve God and serve others. If it's not, it becomes self-centered. As I said, this is particularly true in the area of sex. So we get married couples pursuing sex primarily to bring joy to themselves. That is catastrophic. Our bodies are simply not designed to pursue pleasure for personal gain. It will consume us. And we live in a culture where we probably have more opportunities for personal pleasure activities than many for the masses at any time in history. And we're not a culture of happiness. We're a culture of anxiety, of fear, depression, and worry. So think about that tonight. Pleasure is not something to be done simply for me. And when I pursue pleasure for personal gain, it will ultimately destroy me. But if I pursue it to bring honor to God and to have joy in the presence of God, then I'm really free. And I can enjoy the beautiful things that God has given to us to have pleasure. And that's a really good thing. Thanks so much for being here tonight. And again, love your feedback and comments. Please interact with me. This is an important series, I believe, on just how our bodies are designed to work in harmony with God so we can trust Him. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. You can turn on post notifications and videos will come to you automatically. Check out our website, everydaytalk247.com, and all the great resources that are listed there for you. Thank you so much for your support, for those of you that are doing that. And I pray that this night, that you would know pleasure in the way that God intended, so that it enriches your life and the life of those you love. And that's the thought for this night. Thanks so much for being here. Lord willing, we'll see you in the morning. You have a great evening. Bye-bye.